1 week out from a 24-hour ultra, let's talk about pacing and fueling strategies. Hello, fellow geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, and I'm glad you are here today. By the time this video comes out, I am approximately 1 week away from the Sunset Endurance Challenge. This is a 24-hour race, but also has 12-hour and 6-hour options, and it's being held in Benton, Arkansas. This will be a repetitive 1.015 paved loop around Sunset Lake. The idea is to do as many loops as possible within your time period. Now, as I have completed a 50K once before, then that is going to be my bare minimum. I really want to aim for 50K, but my stretch goal is going to be 50 miles. If I can get 50 miles in through 24 hours, then I will be doing something bigger than I have done before. Let's talk about a few of the things that I'm thinking in order to get that done. First of all, we'll take a look at pacing. Now, if you take a look at this video up here, you'll see that I did a 6-hour trial run in the rain because there is always a possibility of rain in the fall in Arkansas. During that 6 hours, I experimented with a couple of different paces that I thought that I could potentially keep up over the course of the race. The idea is to keep things slow and steady so that I still have energy at the end in order to keep going, even when my legs and my feet are really sore. One of the paces that I experimented with was 5 minutes running to 5 minutes walking. I was able to maintain around a 13-minute mile for that because, again, trying to keep the running fairly slow at the walking a little bit quicker. I feel like this will be good for the first part of the race when I still have more energy and when I am not decidedly in pain. I also worked on a strategy of running half a mile to walking half a mile. This got me to around a 14-minute mile, again keeping things very slow and steady. So this will be good probably in the later stages of the race. The idea is to get myself through 3 of the loops per hour and then give myself about 10 to 15 minutes to rest and refuel at the end of each hour. This also gives me time to check in with my body, see where I am possibly chafing, see if anything needs to be changed, shoes, socks, anything like that. It gives me a good period at the aid station that I'm setting up for myself in order to just kind of maintain everything. I will be self-crewing during the 24 hours. I'm going to have a canopy set up with a camp chair. I will have a bin with all of my fuel, which we'll talk about in a minute, and I'll have a bin with extra clothes and supplies. In addition to this, there is going to be a fully stocked aid station at the start and finish line, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes as well. For those of you who have expressed concern that I'm not going to have a crew there, don't worry. I have worked it out so that my husband will be there at the end of the race in order to help me pack everything up and to drive me home so that I'm not trying to drive all the way back to my hometown after 24 hours running on no sleep. So as I mentioned, the idea is to try and get through 3 miles per hour. And I think that after checking in with myself about every 6 hours or so, I'll decide if I need to drop that down to 2 miles per hour and take a much longer rest break if I am really struggling. Hopefully that will not be the case and I'll be able to stay on target with 3 miles every hour. Next, let's talk a little bit about hydration. Now, as usual, I will have my trusty 40-ounce water bottle there with me that I can keep refueling. I plan on being fully stocked with Tailwind. I usually use the Naked because after a while, my body doesn't really want a whole lot of flavors in my hydration. Using the Tailwind will help me keep a good check on my electrolytes and taking in some calories as well. Also, every few hours, I plan on taking in some of the Scratch Recovery Mix. This is the horchata flavor. I really enjoy it. It goes down easily and it does help replenish everything, help me get back on the road to recovery in the hopes that maybe my body will keep cooperating. I will also have on hand for the later stages of the race, these right here, meal replacement shakes. These are 10 grams of protein and 190 calories. If it gets to the point where eating actual food is getting hard for me and my stomach, I can take these in, liquid calories, liquid protein, and this is easy to keep down. And in addition to all of that, at the main aid station, they will have some things for me to use as well. They've already said that there's going to be things like soda, Gatorade, water, hot chocolate, and coffee, so I have all of those options to use. Coffee will be great for some of the later stages after I have been up for a while and I'm needing to stay awake. And in addition to that, I don't have it here with me right now, but I will have some sugar-free Red Bull in case I need an extra caffeine kick. Next, let's move on to what I plan on using to fuel myself. Now, again, if you watched my 6-hour trial run, then you saw me use a few things that I do plan on using on race day itself. One of them was these right here, and these are just Lay's classic potato chips. These are 160 calories, and they are great for getting in some carbs and getting in some salt for sure. Right now, I only plan on bringing the plain flavor, but they will have some extra flavored chips at the main aid station as well. You also saw me practice with these, and this is the Go-Go Squeeze. This is the apple cinnamon applesauce. These are made for kids, and so they are made to go down easy. Stomach absolutely loves them. They don't bother my system whatsoever, and this is really good for 70 extra calories and some really quick carbs. Also, for extra fueling, about every 2 to 4 hours, I am bringing along some extra gels. My main one is spring gel, and this is in the awesome sauce. So this is an applesauce flavor one. These are really, really great. They are 180 calories, 45 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. So this is great for quick energy. I'm bringing them in a couple of different flavors. So I'll have the awesome sauce, and I will have the chocolate heaven one, which is a seasonal one. I will also have some goo with me in salted watermelon. And as usual, sports beans in the strawberry banana smoothie flavor. These are really good for quick energy and electrolytes. Now, I don't have to rely solely on what I am bringing because they do have a lot of food available at the aid station as well. In fact, they said they plan on having your normal trail foods, so things like nuts and fruits and chips and things like that. But they will also have ramen, mashed potatoes, bacon, quesadillas, peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and Nutella, and pancakes. And one of the great things about this race is that as it is only a 1 mile loop, you can go to the aid station, ask them to make something for you, and by the time you finish your 1 mile loop, they'll have it ready for you at the aid station when you come back. So hopefully between all of that, I'm gonna find things that will agree with my stomach, things that will keep me fueled and keep me going. So there you go, that's just a quick look at my pacing, hydration, and fueling strategies for the Sunset 24 Endurance Ultra. Do you have any other questions about what I'm doing as far as pacing, hydration, or fueling? Why don't you let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss any of the race report once it comes out and see exactly how many miles I was able to pull off in 24 hours. Here's your reminder to make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just click that button down below. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it keeps you up to date on all the running adventures I'm having all the time. You can also give this video a big thumbs up. Both of those get me out to more runners just like you. Don't forget to follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you could be here. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I'll see you later.